Welcome back, peeps. Thank you for tuning in to the Band of Bros channel, where we're always taking a look at the newest tips and tricks in the Call of Duty universe. Today, we've got a pretty interesting video for you guys. I'm going to be testing out every single gun in Cold War that is also in Modern Warfare. We're going to be comparing the recoil. Sorry about that. We're going to be comparing the recoil in Warzone mode. All right. So, for example, we're going to be comparing the XM4 versus the Modern Warfare M4A1. We're going to be comparing the FR56 from Modern Warfare compared to the FFAR from Black Ops, and all those weapons are going to be doing it in today's video. There are some weapons that are blueprints, like for example the AK-70U from Cold War does have a blueprint in Modern Warfare, and I will also be showing that in today's video. If you guys do enjoy what I do, please remember to like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. It deeply helps me out a lot, because if you guys didn't know, 91% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed yet, so if you do, deeply appreciate it. And with that being said, let's jump right into this video. So the first one that we are going to be doing in this one is going to be the XM4 from Cold War against the M4A1, which I believe it's the similar counterpart in Modern Warfare. So first off, we're going to be doing just a normal test. We're going to be doing 10-meter test of this one, just nothing crazy, just to see the overall recoil. So we're going to start off right here, and we're going to go ahead and start with the XM4. Again, without trying to control the recoil, no gun will have any attachments, and I will always start shooting the Cold War weapon first. So let's go ahead and start this puppy right off. There we go. Let's go ahead and select our M4A1 and blast off. There we go. Now let's go ahead and compare the points on this one. So remember, we got the Cold War version on the left hand side and the Modern Warfare weapon on the right hand side. I think they are pretty similar, honestly. There is not that much of a difference. The M4A1 version maybe shooting a little bit more scattered compared to the XM4. So the XM4 probably does have a little bit better recoil control. But as far as that goes, let's go ahead and just do a quick hip fire test as well. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it right in front of it. Go ahead and do a hip fire test with the M4A1. Oh, and definitely that M4A1 definitely went a lot higher. So for the hip fire test, we definitely have a very different one for the M4A1. Definitely feel that the XM4 has a little bit better recoil control on this one. Next up, let's go with the AK-47s. All right, so now we've got the AK-47 version. All right, we're going to be doing the one from Cold War first again, just so you guys know. And let's go ahead and test it out right here. So first, the Cold War AK-47 version. This one has a really strange recoil pattern that I don't know what it is. Next up, let's go with the 7.7 meter. Next up, let's go with the Modern Warfare. There we go. Let's go ahead and compare the differences. So definitely the one from Modern Warfare is way easier to control. This AK-47 from Cold War has some weird stuff going on those final rounds that I really do not know what is going on with that. Now let's go ahead and compare the hip fire. So for pretty close range, ooh, that hip fire is powerful. Next up, let's go with the one from Modern Warfare. And I mean, pretty similar, I guess. Pretty similar with both of them. Now, next up, let's jump into the FFR versus the FR556. Let's jump into that. All right, so now we have the FFR versus the FR56. They are both like a FAMAS version. So even though this one will be burst and the other one is going to be fully automatic, we're still going to test them out because it is basically the same gun, just a little bit different. So let's go first with the Black Ops version, the FFAR. All right, let's go ahead and switch out to the burst one. And definitely really different here. So I mean, damn, I didn't realize how little the recoil was for the FR556 in Modern Warfare. So I mean, here there's really no comparison. The FR56 in Modern Warfare definitely does kick his booty right here. And let's go ahead and we're gonna do one quick hip fire test on this one. Let's go ahead and compare it. Oh man, Even though this had less recoil while aiming, this is pretty... Oh, we got a fucking chopper shooting at us. That is pretty fucking different compared to that one. But yeah, next up, let's go and test out the MP5. All right, let's go ahead and do the MP5 version. So first off, we got the Cold War version of the MP5. Let's go ahead and test it out. And we're gonna stand 10 meters. There we go. Oh, damn, that is some powerful recoil. Let's go ahead and compare it to the MP5 from Modern Warfare. So there we go, significantly less recoil from the Modern Warfare MP5. I mean, way less recoil. And let's go ahead and do a quick hip fire test on this one. Let's go ahead and stand pretty close to the target. This is the Cold War MP5. Go ahead and test it out versus the Modern Warfare. As you guys can see there, pretty similar when it comes to hip fire, but definitely the Modern Warfare counterpart having a little bit better recoil control on that one. All right, next up, let's go with the Milano versus the Uzi. Let's jump right into that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so now we're going to be going into the Milano versus the Uzi. First up, remember, we got the Black Ops version. So let's take a look at the recoil. All right, now let's go ahead and test the Uzi from Modern Warfare. I'm actually surprised to see which one's gonna win. Ooh, so the version from Modern Warfare definitely has a little bit better recoil from what I can tell, but they're pretty similar. They both have that little nudge here on the side, and this one also has that little nudge on the side, so pretty similar when it comes to this. And we got some dude shooting at me because I killed him once, and now he's coming back for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick hip fire test here. Oh my god. All right, well, we don't get no hip fire test for this one. Next up, let's go with the AK-70U against the blueprint version of the AK-47. Let's jump right into that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we got the AK-70U from Black Ops. Let's go ahead and test that one first. So it has a fair amount of recoil, actually. Now let's go ahead and test. Like I said, this is the AK-47 from Modern Warfare, but there is a blueprint and attachments that turn this into an AK-70U. So let's go ahead and test this one out. Ooh. Ooh. So as far as recoil goes, definitely a lot easier to control with the Black Ops version. I did feel that like the back part of the AK-70U from Modern Warfare moved a lot. I mean, it was crazy. Now let's go ahead and do the hip fire test real quick. So we got the Cold War version first. All right, let's go ahead and test the Black Ops Modern Warfare version. Oh man, look at this. Oh, Jesus, Jesus with this. This wasn't even close. All right, next up, let's go ahead and test the Bullfrog versus the Bizon. Let's jump right into that. All right, so now we're going to be doing the Bullfrog against the PP-19 Bizon. So first off, let's go with the Cold War version. Definitely has a bit of recoil, honestly. Now let's go with the PP-19. Does have a little bit more ammo, but let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So they actually go to different sides. Even though they're the same weapon, they are actually headed to different sides. So the the Bullfrog from Cold War goes left hand side and just goes vertically straight, and then the PP-19 from Modern Warfare has like some weird stuff going on there in the background. But let's go ahead and do a quick hip fire test. Somebody dropped on us, but hopefully I can complete my stuff here. And let's take a look at that. So we got... Oh, there we go. My friend killed him. Oh, there's another one. But yeah, you guys can see they're pretty similar when it comes to the hipfire version. But definitely when it comes to the vertical recoil control, I do think the Bullfrog has an upper hand. Now let's jump into the next one. Let's go with the Type 63 and the SKS. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to be doing the Type 63 versus the SKS. So let's go ahead and do the Type 63 first. Going to be doing it in the blue container. Again, that's as fast as I could tap that trigger. Next up, let's go with the SKS. I think they've got about the same fire rate, honestly. And oh damn, I did not expect that. So look at the SKS. The goddamn recoil is next to none when it comes to the SKS in the Modern Warfare side of things. I did not know that at all. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick recoil, a quick hipfire test. Damn, semi-autos are really bad for that. I guess actually the SKS less hipfire and better recoil control, so the SKS definitely has the upper hand on this one. Now next up, let's go with the M16 in Cold War versus an M4A1 blueprint that turns it into an M16. Let's jump into that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so now we've got the M16 versus the M4A1 blueprint. For the M4A1 blueprint, all I added was the M16 barrel and the 3-round burst perk. And as you guys can see, it actually does have the same iron sight as well, because this blueprint variant is kind of like the M16 version. But yeah, let's jump into it. So first, let's start with the M16 from Cold War. Let's go ahead and test out the recoil. So we're going to stand, again, 10 meters, and let's go ahead and test it out. All right, let's go ahead and test out the M4A1 M16 version. Definitely shoots a lot slower. I mean, like I'm firing at that as fast as I can. And when you go to recoil control, pretty similar. I would say the M4A1 variant has a little bit of the upper hand, but you can definitely fire that M16 version a lot quicker. Let's go ahead and test the hip fire spread on this one. Shit just goes all over the place. Next up, let's go with the M4A1 version. Ooh, definitely a lot slower. I mean, because it is a perk, it doesn't come with the weapon. So with the hip fire version, I think they're pretty much neck to neck. But yeah, there we go. There is the there's the test with the M16. Now let's jump with the AUG versus the AUG SMG. So these ones are actually a little bit different, but they are the same gun. Let's jump to that one right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we've got the AUG from Cold War, which is like a tactical rifle with assault rifle ammo, compared to the AUG from Modern Warfare, which is an SMG version of it. So let's go ahead and compare it. Again, we're only comparing the base versions. This one does come with a scope. Just go ahead and stand 10 meters from that. There we go. Perfect. This one's probably gonna have a lot less recoil. Burst weapons always have a lot less recoil. Let's go ahead and test the Modern Warfare version. Definitely. Modern Warfare version with a lot more recoil compared to the AUG. Now let's go ahead and do a quick hipfire test as well. There we go. Let's go ahead and test it out with the SMG. And there we go. Pretty similar. Actually, for that much vertical recoil that it had, the AUG from Modern Warfare definitely had a little bit better hipfire test on that one. Now let's go with the last one from the primary weapons, which is going to be the DMR-14 versus the EBR-14. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's go with, again, with the DMR-14 versus the EBR-14. We're going to go ahead and start off with the cold version, the DMR-14. Perfect. Let's go ahead and switch to the EBR-14. Again, this one does have less bullets. It has 10 bullets. Oh, but you can definitely feel that moving a lot more when you got the EBR-14. Surprisingly, it's that first shot that gets over here, and then like 9 rest shots just like go straight up to the moon. And with the DMR-14, we have that similar motion, but not as drastic. So we have that first shot way here, and then those other shots all the way up top. Let's go with a quick hipfire test as well. Perfect. There we go. And perfect. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely a little bit less recoil with the EBR-14, but again, remember, this one only does have 10 bullets. Now let's jump with the pistols. We're gonna go with the let's jump right into them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to be going with the 1911 from Modern Warfare versus the 1911 from Cold War. And these are actually exactly the same. There should be, I don't know what difference there should be, but this one is the one from Cold War. And as you guys can see, it's a little bit different. You always know which one's the Cold War weapon because it has the nicer animation when you inspect your gun. And as you guys can see here from the Modern Warfare version, a little bit more dull. So let's go ahead and test out the Cold War version of the 1911. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and check out the 1911 version from Modern Warfare. Ooh, quite a big difference on that one. Definitely this one fired a lot faster, the one from Cold War, but the recoil was, I mean, half more the amount of recoil. And then for Modern Warfare, they have, I mean, half the amount of recoil. That's pretty crazy. This is something that I don't really find. I don't know why they did that, because this is supposed to be the same gun. It doesn't matter if it's one's games from Cold War, the other one's from Modern Warfare. This should be the exact same gun because it's supposed to be a World War II gun. So I'm not sure why they changed the rate of fire, I mean, it's the same name, it looks exactly the same, and the back part, you can see it has like that little red dot on the side, and the dot, it has the same, it's exactly the same. So I'm not sure why they did that, but yeah, let's go ahead and switch up to the Magnum versus the .357. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so now we're going to be doing the Magnum versus the .375. So they are actually both called exactly the same. So look, we got the Modern Warfare version, and it's basically .375 Magnum. And then when we pull it up, they're both exactly the same. So they do look a little bit different, but they should be exactly the same. So let's go ahead and first with the Black Ops version. Damn, almost no recoil on that. And let's take a look at the Modern Warfare version. A little bit slower to shoot, but pretty similar. I mean, this was basically exactly the same recoil, same everything. That is how this should be. And yeah, that was pretty much it for the video. I definitely do appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Definitely let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. What was your favorite one, and did you guys have any expectations that were a little bit different? Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy this video, because this did take us a while. We were getting killed by enemies. We had to do this game over and over. We had to get away from everybody. So if you definitely did enjoy it, please remember to like and comment what was your favorite part of the video. Let me know if you guys want to do any more of these testings, and I can do them for you. Again, I'll put in the time so you guys can see the short version of the video. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a good weekend, have a good day, whatever the time it is for you. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one. Well, hello there. I see you're still here, and because of that, you're gonna get a VIP tour of my brand spanking new website. Here you can check out if I'm streaming, or maybe donate some Benjamins if you want to support me a bit more. Most importantly, you can get your own anti-gulag merch right here. 100% guaranteed that you will not go into the gulag if you wear one of these. And finally, you can check out some of my COD videos and the top point makers on my stream. And now, with all that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.